some stuff to talk about.
There's some stuff to talk about, but you know what? We're down a minute, so let's just do this. Welcome to Legendary Lens Podcast. I'm sad I don't get to make fun of Matt this week.
Uh-huh.
That was a good game. I like that game. How'd you like that game, Dion? Was it fun? I liked it. It was fun.
I mean, was your game fun too with EG? Yeah, we could do this all day, you know.
Yeah, but your team didn't win that game. My team won the game against your team.
Uh-huh. Cheers. At least we beat the #1 team though.
Technically, TSM's tied for first place, so no, you didn't.
Now it's tied. Yeah. But before.
Okay. Hey, you'll get to make that decision on Friday when 100 Thieves and TSM play.
All right.
Oh, man. Did you guys hear that Uzi is founding his own esport org?
Wait.
Really?
Yeah.
Lil Uzi
Really?
Vert? Come on. Oh, yeah. Let's bring it back. Let's bring RNG.
All right.
Uzi's like, hang on, wait a minute. Are you telling me that RNG won't let me back into the LPL for some reason? Fuck it, I'll do it myself.
All right. If you need any staff in the NA,
What?
hit me up. I'm kidding. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm kidding. No.
Dion.
Unless.
But Dion, have you taken the tests yet? Are you sure you're esports ready?
Perhaps.
Pretty sure he's looking for people in China, but okay.
hey, look, if there's an NA division you want to open up,
Okay, let's get into the bits and pieces here.
All
What is
right.
it? What's on the table first? 100 versus C9.
Yeah, we got 3 matches from last week. Let's start off with those. So yeah, 100 Thieves versus Cloud9. This was a
tight game.
Yeah, it was really, really close for most of it. There's basically no gold lead until C9 just take the game and win it at 32 minutes.
Yeah,
that's off a Baron.
Yeah, that was like really, really hard fought. Like, whew. Yeah,
It's like blow for blow. Everyone's literally fighting for an inch.
Yeah, this game had me on the edge of my seat, surprisingly enough. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was gonna be more of the good old one person doesn't show up and they get washed most likely, but that did not happen.
Well, they gave over Gwen and picked up Viego in lane. I think they're playing on nerfed Viego in lane. So I don't know why they keep playing it in lanes. It's really not great in lanes because they nerfed the sustain a good bit.
Yeah.
So it's hard to rationalize their pick ban here. The rest of it's kind of okay. They couldn't match Aphelios and Thresh because Thresh got banned in round 1 of bans.
Yeah, he got banned immediately.
I don't know why we're running Aphelios here.
Yeah. I was thinking that. I was like, this was not it. Oh wait. No. Thresh didn't get banned.
Thresh is banned on Cloud9, ban 1.
Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I clicked on the wrong thing. Whoops, there we go. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. This was a good game.
Yes, I did.
It was really close. Like the bot lanes were going blow for blow for most of the time. I think Perks got. I don't think he got shit on, but he definitely got pressured.
I mean,
he was definitely feeling it a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, LeBlanc's gonna do that to a AD carry.
He does that. Yeah, you see a LeBlanc anywhere, that's you really feel very pressured. But I'm not gonna lie, Vulcan. I'm not gonna lie. He played with balls. He just straight
Balls
up
isn't on this roster anymore.
True, but he played with ball. He played as if he was balls, and he flashed over those walls. He hex flashed over those walls for those hooks, even if they was blind. He still did it, and whew, I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty good.
Vulcan's Nautilus is pretty clean.
I mean,
it's Nautilus, yeah, but his in particular is pretty nice.
I think the main reason that 100 Thieves lost this game is because they kind of didn't really have a great AD carry. Like, Blabber's playing Volibear.
Yeah.
And if you can keep Volibear off the AD carry, then the game's pretty much over.
It's over, but Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got a Gwen on top of it. So it's like, cool, I had to dodge Volibear, Gwen. Lucian's just gonna come over at me in a few seconds after he shreds my Lucian. The Kallista's gonna be here soon. I have a Leona to peel for me, but that's it.
Yeah, and then Nautilus is just like, yeah, I'm here. I got an ultimate that you can't get out of. That's it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a big FU. Look at this target that's just marked you.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. Good old plain clicks, am I right?
Is this... I think... Is this the patch with the... No, this isn't the patch with buffed Xayah ult.
No.
They dropped the cooldown on Xayah ult, which is just gonna... Her priority is gonna skyrocket soon.
Yeah,
We're gonna go back to the Xayah Kai'Sa meta.
Oh boy.
Woo! Defensive 80 carries. I love those. Actually, I do.
It was only 2 of them! And they fell back onto Ezreal.
Yes.
Yeah. It was great because all of the Kai'Sa ults forwards. That was it.
Watching Wild Turtle almost nuke somebody was fucking hilarious.
Oh my god.
He died right after it, but it was like, damn, if he gets that kill, the game's over. And everybody, like, instantly, everyone's like, oh my god, Turtle killed himself. But no.
Yeah. But just refocusing on this game. Like, it was, C9 still had great objective control. They always do. Like, they know how they want to play around objectives, which is a strong point of this team.
They didn't have it that strong early. They lost. They lost both First Drake and Herald with a Lucian and a Kalista, who should have more early agency than basically everyone on the other team, minus Lee Sin.
And then like they just there's bleeding a bit. There's bleeding gold.
Yeah.
Until they got the Baron. It was until they got the Baron that everything went their way. And it just fell apart badly for Monkey Thieves, sadly.
Well, I feel like a lot of the reason it fell apart is because they couldn't get their bot lane off the ground.
Yeah,
it just didn't have enough support around it or something. I don't know. I feel like Aphelios Leona is so awful because Leona likes to play aggro and Aphelios is like very not aggro.
Yeah.
Also, the Kalista paired with the Nautilus. Like, yeah, Nautilus can go ham, and there's always a Kalista to pull it back. It's one of these. It was really on them to find like pockets of vision where they could just abuse them with the LeBlanc, the Lee Sin. Like, find those pockets where you can go like, oh, even if you don't necessarily one pop someone, but just force someone out of a fight. That would have been ideal for them in the mid to late game. But C9 just kept on battling back. Whenever they'd run into those small corridors where LeBlanc could be super effective, Perks would just run and put an ultimate straight into their back, and then that would hurt them. And it would just go tit for tat every single time.
Just like he did this Someday. Like, man, that was pretty bad.
Did he just ult out Someday at some point? Is that this game?
Yeah. This was that game. He just ulted him out to death. I'm like, wow, that did a lot of damage.
Yeah, it turns out, I forget what the item's called, but the armor pen item that has Rylai's on it for AD, that item's crazy on Lucian.
Sheralda's Grudge.
Yeah, Sheralda's Grudge.
Holy cow.
It gives you fucking Rylai's, and I'm just like, damn, I like this item. I want it, like, second item on Ezreal. Hey, did you like Frozen Fist? How about some armor pen instead of some armor?
True.
Yeah. Absolutely good. But it's I think that was it. And that's probably it's just a really close game. Probably
if they could have got the LeBlanc off the ground, they could have had a much better shot. But like LeBlanc has trouble killing Gwen. Can't kill Volibear, and then your only targets are Kalista and Lucian is like one of the hardest AD carries to kill as an assassin. Even though I still think it's favored to the assassin in most cases. He can just dash a skill shot and it ruins a combo.
Yeah.
And he has Gale Force.
Yeah. Like Perks was being pressured, but he wasn't necessarily out of the game. That was the biggest part. Moving on to the next matchup. What is TSM versus EG?
Oh, geniuses, these bastards.
Evil Genesis out here.
I'm very convinced that this game is TSM just playing themselves. I don't really like the jungle Mundo. On this patch, it's buffed slightly. I still don't like it.
Oh, wait a minute. I think this. No. Actually, no. I think this was the game where like Lost just like killed himself. I think.
Did he?
Contracts is in.
Unless I was something else. No,
Oh,
Lost.
well, they get. I don't remember. They gave contracts Diana too, which to me is just like cool. Let's give contracts Diana, who is a very good jungler and probably the best jungler on this patch by a large margin.
Yeah.
Xin Zhao's the only one I think that can compete, and we'll take Dr. Mundo. Okay.
Yeah, you guys messed up. Yeah.
I think it was smart of them to take the Ziggs though. I think the Ziggs pick here is massive into someone with a really small health pool like Aphelios. I think that just hurts every single time.
Aphelios is a large health pool.
Aphelios?
He starts with his lifesteal.
He starts with his lifesteal, but later on in the game, like his in the late game,
he probably wait. Hang on. He built a shield bow.
True, he did. He actually did his first build for shield bow.
Huh.
I think it's just like them picking the Ziggs for like more priority and like
So
taking down turrets.
I've played a lot of Aphelios over the last week, and what I've figured out is that you burn through his lifesteal, and you take overheal, because it lets you have extra health, and you'll get 2 of his lifesteal items in one full rotation this way. But what I was doing at the start was I was holding the lifesteal item to use when I needed it, instead of just using it to be a little more aggro.
I see. That's interesting. Now,
so yeah, his health pool is huge for most of the game if you're playing him properly.
All right.
Okay.
Just that.
But I agree that the Ziggs pick is good here. I think in general Ziggs bot is really good, especially if you can kill the turret without a herald, and then herald a different turret and just bring Ziggs over and kill the turret. And then kill the next turret, because for some reason this tier 2 turret is just an auto away from a fucking satchel charge.
Yeah, that stings. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no. This is what that game was. This was Power of Evil.
Yeah, a lot of people weren't happy with Power of Evil this game.
Yeah. He was out in the front thinking that he could take on the world. He thought he could take that. He really thought he could take that hook. He couldn't.
No.
Ooh.
Nah. It's what is it? TSM's composition doesn't look good. It's you have a lot of brain.
Put Mundo top lane. It fixes half the comp.
That's true. The Mundo top lane does look better. Into Gnar, it's still not going to have a great time. It's still going to need support, and I think in the 2v2, I think the Diana Gnar probably still win that.
It doesn't matter. Mundo just farms with Q. You just Q farm and then E farm under turret. It's really easy to play Mundo against Gnar, because you stack beef and you don't care. Because there's early game until he finishes Sunder, Gnar can't touch you. Well, not that he can't touch you, but like unless you walk out and start fighting him, Gnar's never gonna kill you. Your regen's just crazy.
Yes, but then you're also giving priority to Gnar to have agency over the other parts of the map, TP, stuff like that, etc. Could roam.
That's called weak side top.
Yeah.
The problem with that is that they're also playing weak side bottom. So they have no strong side. Their strong side is their mid lane. And in theory, you can use that to create enough pressure that both your weak sides don't matter. But
PoE would have had to play like out of his mind.
Well, no, you just land a Lee Sin Q and a stun, and now you have 4 orbs for Syndra ult and a Lee Sin Q kick.
I mean, yes, but no. Well, yeah, that's under the assumption. Okay. Lee Sin's jungling.
I just hate the Mundo jungle. That's the only thing I hate about this. I guess PoE could have played better, but
also the Mundo jungle can't really do that much.
I don't like Mundo. I don't like this new Mundo jungle. It's not good.
I haven't tried it with the buff W, but I still don't think it's good.
Also, you don't really have that much pick potential. It's like, okay, you're depending on PoE to land like a great E. You want Huni to go and make a massive play, or you want Sword Art to get a random hook. And those are your 3 real tools there. If you look on the opposite side, EG has Gnar ult, Diana ult, Ignar with the Nautilus ult. They have so much. They can start a fight in an instant.
It's a huge combo.
Yeah.
Like, you land any one of the other ultimates and you just drop the Ziggs ult on top for free.
Yeah, that's it.
It's gone. And Jizuke can still like ult from range, and that still does a decent amount of damage if he, gets it at like the right angle and stuff in the right position. There's so many different like engages options that they have, and so many like ult synergies that they have. It's just a comp diff there.
Well, I think what was really good for EG this game is that Jizuke didn't really have to show up. Like, everyone else was able to work without it. I shouldn't say without him, but like they were able to work around him not being a carry for most of the game, and it just panned out because TSM has this problem where they go for picks, the picks don't pan out, they do this 3 times, and then they lose. Like, it's really annoying to watch that happen because it's happened like 8 times this split, and it's like, why do we keep going for random ass picks on top side at no turret, at no objective, dragons up in 40 seconds, and it's like, what are we doing here? Why do we play like this?
Okay. That feels like a pretty good sum up of that particular game. And also contracts. Like, hey, I love contracts.
Yeah, it's I don't know what they're doing with contracts in Sven. Sven has not looked stellar to me, but contracts has a 100% win rate, by the way. He has 3 games, I think, and he's 100% win rate. I was looking at the stats for the best player segment later. And he's got a 100% win rate in the jungle, and he fucked up my table. I was looking at
contracts?
Yeah, he's got a 100% win rate.
Oh wow.
Was he in last time against TSM? I have no idea.
That's interesting. That is very interesting.
But yeah.
The last one we have TSM versus C9.
So Dion, Dion, what happened, man? What's going on? What walk me through this game real quick.
So this game literally came down to the goddamn wire.
Wait. That's a bold stipulation.
No. It's like this. You guys were ahead.
No.
No. TSM was ahead. Yes, they was.
Okay, yeah. TSM was ahead.
They was ahead for a good amount of the game. They were just had a turning point of just like, I don't know, something like.
Once again, super bad draft. Actually, it's not even like it's a bad draft. They picked a composition that they would need to be ahead. Like, they would have need to be stellarly ahead. And Huni just smashed Fudge. And they couldn't figure out how to play around on that.
I wouldn't say he smashed Fudge. It's more like
he did.
So this is Blabber's second competitive loss on Olaf.
Yes, that is true.
And I feel like you can heavily blame this on Perks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. I watched Perks. He died to the same Leona play 3 times.
3 times.
Three times.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, you gotta learn. You can't do this anymore now. Like, the first time, yeah, I could give that to you because I'm not gonna lie. The first time it happened, yeah, that was wild. Second time, okay, I'm not gonna do this again.
The second time was undodgeable.
Yeah, the second time wasn't dodgeable. Yeah, he just kind of got fucked, but he should like. Well, no, he couldn't see him. I'm pretty sure.
No, he couldn't see. It was from fog all 3 times.
Oh well, fuck. I mean,
like he could have thought it was coming, but the first time, there's no fucking way you burn your flash there. The second time, no way. He's still in the buffer and he can't get out. And then the third time, I don't remember what happened.
Yeah. Just man, I'm not. Yeah, Sorta was playing his heart out this game.
Watching the solar flares go off all game was great.
Yeah, but where it comes down to was the TP play.
Well, hang on. The TP play was C9's mistake, not TSM's mistake.
No. That's what I'm trying to get at. That, like, okay, I get the one TP, and I get that.
No, they're both bad. The first TP was wrong.
All right, I want to hear your thoughts.
The inhib came up.
true. It did.
They
come
weren't
up.
timing the inhib, and they're like, okay, TP to the base, win the game. Like, wait a minute, the inhib's gonna come up. We couldn't have won the game if we tried.
But then they kept on with the second one. I'm like, oh no.
Well, they
I was
had,
like, oh.
once they committed, they had to send the second one because they weren't going to be able to get anything by not sending the second one. But they didn't see the inhib coming back up, so not only did Zoe get exploded, but they had to just leave because there was no shot of them killing anybody because the turrets are invincible. Like the minions are going to be useless. They're just like there's nothing here, man. Like it was complete chaos from C9, and TSM responded. I don't even, like, they didn't even need to send the second TP, but the second TP just made it easy considering what happened to the Dragon.
Yeah, I'm just like they should have just cut the one. In all seriousness, in my opinion, like just one, not two. Because that second one really fucked everyone else over. It's like, oh, now we're all just gonna straight up die.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, their solo lanes were just boomed.
Well, okay. I don't. Fudge went 3-0-8.
Yeah,
I don't know why you're calling that boom.
Yeah, I don't feel like he got smacked. It's like, yeah, he got like, well, maybe he got Flames Horizon, but I mean, shit.
He got Flame Horizon because Hooney's played the best game he's played. Like, this is one of his best games all split, all year maybe. This game was crazy from Hooney.
Yeah, and then you have to remember, he's playing Jace. This is a range matchup against a melee matchup. He's gonna bully you. Mm-hmm. That's the difference is gonna happen. He never killed Fudge solo. He's never done that. If anything, he's gone to other lanes and murdered, if you will. Like they just came in and just killed.
I mean, it's hard. It's kind of hard to kill Viego in lane because he has sustain and has good trade, and his ult's a good gap close for when you run away. But he's got Phase Rush, which I watch that shit pop off sometimes, and I'm just like, oh, he's moving at Mach 100. What the fuck? He's just gunning it down a river, chasing down 2 kills, and I'm just like, where the fuck did all this speed come from? Holy shit!
Yes, he is. He is, by the way, speed. Oh man. Oh man.
Okay. So in that last play, I'm just sitting here. Like C9's at Baron, and I'm like, all right, here we need Hooney to get some damage down. Hooney needs to just start poking some damage and whittling down C9. They might get the Baron, but we have to kill them afterwards. And then he doesn't really get any damage down. They get the Baron, but then they start kiting out towards mid lane, and TSM nuke out Zven. And I'm like, yeah, they have. Wait, did Blabber die before or after they nuked Zven? Not Blabber, Spica.
Spica?
I can't remember where Spica died.
After.
Yeah.
He died after they blasted Sven. Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah. So then they kill Spica, and it's like, okay, TSM can't do Baron or Dragon now, Elder Drake, unless they get a high stack on the Black Spears? Dark Spear? I don't fucking remember.
Yeah.
On the Callista Spears. And Callista basically has to stand there and hitting Dragon the entire time and can't kill anybody with the pull. And I'm like, so this is like the worst situation to be in. And then they start TPing away to the base, and I'm just like, oh. So they're gonna turn Dragon into the we have to stand here and hit Dragon while Callista wails on us fight, because I know both of the TSM members are just gonna follow back to base.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that TSM doesn't get fucking backdoored anymore, okay? Okay?
Yeah, I guess, but... Oh,
you hear me, Haymant? I'm tired of FlyQuest backdooring.
Hey, you got a new team. It's better. It's not better.
It's not better. They just don't backdoor anybody.
It's hopeful. We have some sort of promise now.
Oh, man.
Jeez, man.
That I'm not gonna lie, a banger game though.
Oh, I love this game. This is a fun game. It was really back and forth.
Yeah, like this was really wild.
They never broke a 3K or like a 3.3K gold lead on either side.
Yeah, which is crazy when you think about it. So yeah, really good games though.
Yeah, but all 3 of these are actually pretty decent. The TSM game was the TSMEG game was probably the worst one.
Yeah,
but like I blame that on TSM doing that thing where they try to get fucking picks and failing every fucking time.
yeah.
I'd say the TSM versus C9 for those desperation plays. I say
I
while
wouldn't-
they were desperate,
The
they're
only reason it wasn't really desperate, it was just a mistiming on the inhibitor. But C9 could have just stood there at Dragon and still gotten the fight out. It would have been fine. They just would have had to fight for Elder.
yeah.
Instead, they force a hand and misread the map.
They felt pressured to make a play. That was it. They're like, all right, we have a comp that doesn't really scale that well. It's
I mean, they ran
maybe
out of
we
time.
don't straight up on this. Yeah.
It's hard to be like they had Baron, and they know they need to not let TSM get Elder, otherwise their Baron is gonna be pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then who can actually push out? Okay. Well, moving on.
Yeah.
All right. So, how far do we think Immortals is gonna make it in playoffs? Because they went 3-0 this week. I'm trying to check their match history really quickly to see who they just beat.
They did go 3-0.
Yeah, they went 3-0. They beat 100 Thieves, Evil Geniuses, Cloud9 in their last 5 games. They did lose to TSM and TL. TSM is in those last 5. And TL is in week 6, I think this is. So
Wait.
Oh, they also lost to EG that week. Wait, no, that has to be week.
No, they beat EG.
Right? No. In summer they are 2-1 over EG actually.
Oh.
In summer. So yeah. So how far do we think Immortals is gonna make it in playoffs? Because these are some interesting results from them. Even recently, they've been really weird all split.
Yeah.
They have weirdly good late game shot calling, which is interesting about the team. Like, I think sometimes they make decisions that I don't think teams would normally see in a situation. Where they're like, oh, okay. Oh, man, we're getting destroyed before we're getting, whenever we're trying to fight around objectives. Let's just run interference around those objectives instead, right? Just get them in the setup and then keep on going. I don't know. They have weirdly good late game shot calling. Which is weird.
I've said this a lot.
I'm just saying, like, even though like they've been doing good on paper and all, but I think just when it comes to a best of 5,
Yeah.
teams like that, that's gonna be a pickle.
So they have a winning record against Evil Geniuses.
100 Thieves, you said, right?
No, well they beat them recently.
Okay.
Evil Geniuses is the only one they have a winning record against. Everyone else, or of the competitive playoff teams, everyone else they're losing to. TSM they're 0-5 on. They still have a game to play on TL, but they're 1-3. Cloud9 they're 2-3. 100 Thieves they're 2-3.
Yeah.
And in summer ranking alone, they are 13-11, which is the exact same as Cloud9.
Cloud9, yes.
So I'm thinking that this is going to be very interesting, and it's really going to I very very much am looking forward to seeing how far EG and IMT can go, because it is really I just feel like it's good to see new teams coming up. I know 100 Thieves is already here, but IMT is just it's such a dark horse right now that I'm like scared to rank them lowly. I'm scared to rank them low because I'm pretty sure they can get farther. But at the same time, if they don't get top 6, I worry for how many best of 5s they're gonna have to play.
Yeah. And it's not a good thing at all.
I don't think they're gonna get too far. I want to say I don't think they're gonna get too far, only because they've shown up in games and such like that, but there's so many teams who are like playoff contenders. There's so many teams that I think of in a best of 5, and I think they would do well. Like I think TSM, TL, C9 are those teams that normally make it. I know C9's shaky right now, but maybe they can probably get it together. There's a chance they might upset 100 Thieves, because 100 Thieves is one of those orgs. While even though they look really good during the regular season, they kind of fall off towards the end, and then they don't really make playoffs as like that well. Like historically, that's just what's happened with the org. Hopefully, they do become playoff contenders this split, but I think IMT would probably have the best chance of probably upsetting them.
Yeah. Sadly.
So,
But the other 3 I don't see them doing well against.
I honestly, I think their major competition will probably be EG, TSM, and Team Liquid. Team Liquid, I think does better against the lower teams specifically. Like I can't say exactly why, but they just seem more consistent against those teams, and every time that they play against anybody else in the top 5, they just don't have it. It just doesn't happen. And it's really weird to watch how TL just struggles to beat top teams. It's like watching the reverse of TSM, and I'm like, so this is what actual normal teams look like?
Yeah. They're like, oh, we have good enough players that we can strong arm the weaker teams. But when it comes to actually figuring out how to take on a top team, they don't really have an approach.
They're too wily, man. But yeah, I think they can possibly make top 4. I don't see them making it to Worlds. I think they'll lose out to somebody to go to Worlds. Even maybe Cloud9 if Cloud9 figures out how to fix it or fix themselves by that time.
Yeah, possibly. So we'll see.
All right, let's move on to talk. Oh, actually, wait, I didn't go pop up our picks yet.
Uh-oh. Not popping up our picks already?
Yeah, I forgot to pop up the picks. All right, let's flame some people. Let's flame each other, boys. I'm pretty sure Haymant's the odd man out here. Everybody else went 10-5.
I think so.
Yeah. Everybody went 10-5. I think Haymant went like 8-7.
8-7, yeah.
All right. So Haymant's lack of faith has started to pay off. Haymant, your lack of faith disturbs me. I don't understand.
Only when there is chaos do my picks come through. Only when there is chaos. That's it.
Oh my god. And you all had the audacity to pick C9 over TSM, even though I knew
we all picked TSM and Haymant got it right, okay?
Sure, no. but that was against a team who was on quite a win streak as of late. Just saying.
Yes.
They are a de facto much better team than Cloud9 at the moment.
True. Look, I love how we all put Cody Garnier beat COG and that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Look, that sucks for everyone, but we all know we ain't picking COG still.
Don't look at my picks for next week. That's all I'm saying.
Jeez, man. I could have gotten the easy dub with just picking TL. I just picked two games of Fly, and I was like, yeah, I lack absolute faith in them to take on Dictos. But against C9 and against TL, they can stand a chance. They can do something. Man.
COG can still make playoffs.
Oh my god, stop it!
They're 2 games out. If they win out, hang on, do they play FlyQuest? No, they don't. Oh, they do. No. They do. If they win out, the last game is the decider.
Wait, they play against. Oh my god.
If they win out, the last game is the decider. Sunday is gonna be wild.
No.
Sunday is gonna be wild.
No.
There's gonna be a second place match, the last playoff spot match. There's gonna be a third place match between TL and C9. There's gonna depending on what else happens this week, the INTGG game might be a match.
No, please.
That's just
COG doesn't deserve to win. You don't deserve happiness. Stop it right now.
I'm looking forward to Sunday, man. All right, let's talk about the best in their role. I thought I didn't put the thing in. I'm like, I explicitly remember putting this thing in. Where did it go?
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's go from top to support. I almost said top to bottom. Now, we actually have a rather diverse list of top laners here, except for the C9 fans who are all bandwagon jumpers.
I'm not a bandwagon jumper.
You jumped on that fudge train real quick.
Nah. I really thought about this, actually. Like,
You did?
yes. Yes, I did, actually.
All right. You sell me on fudge. Why is fudge number one?
Fudge number one?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. You put out some good prospects like Impact. I'm not sure why Hooney's up there, but
Have you what? Oh no.
Hey, one game doesn't.
You're just sad.
One game doesn't do everything.
They
for
beat
you,
them the time before too.
Alright, 2 games doesn't do it against everyone else.
But what about 3 games though?
Against everyone
The
else?
second
Nope.
ball.
Look, one team doesn't prove it all.
Okay, tell me more about Fudge. All right, we'll get to Hooney.
Fudge.
Chocolate
Dessert,
hang
He
on.
did. Look, it was a little bit burnt in the beginning. I'm
A
not
little
gonna
bit
lie. I'm fudge the dessert. It was a little bit burnt, but anyways, it was a little too bad. It was bad at first, but then as he actually like got his legs into the LCS, he came to show that he really came to show out actually, and like seeing him like become an actual really good top laner, like it surprised me really. He held his own. He was actually able to make moves. He was actually able to use his gold lead actually, unlike other players.
Wait! Don't you dare say he knows how to use his gold lead.
Hey, better than other players.
He said perks. I heard that in the background, which is true.
I'm just saying, but like he can actually hold his own, and that for me that's what I love about a top laner, just the fact that you're able to hold your own even when shit hits the fan, or in some cases the fan becomes shit.
Yeah.
But
I'm a little
Sometimes
biased.
it costs you $11 million to fuck around and find out. Just saying.
true. So yeah,
Isn't it crazy that when we heard about that move, we thought, oh, 2 teams are getting screwed and one's gonna win out, and it didn't pan out the way we expected at all.
What?
I don't know what.
Fnatic are better with Nisky. It turns out that G2 and C9 were the ones who were getting wrecked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. Well, we thought Fnatic was getting screwed over because they were losing a franchise player, and
Yeah.
and for some reason they kicked out their mid laner who kind of just kept rolling people. It didn't really make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Nisky was fine, I guess. I don't know.
Nisky was apparently better for it, and I don't know who their AD carry is, but he's doing well because Fnatic is a
Cold.
top team.
It's Freeze. Sorry.
Freeze? Oh, Freeze has been along for ages.
Hang
God
on.
damn.
Now I'm second guessing myself.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I gotta see this now too.
Anyhow, but G2 they've been trying.
This list. Oh, it's Upset. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Upset's actually really good.
Upset is good. Anyhow, what is it? I'm a little bit biased against Fudge right now, but that bias is also because C9 hasn't been doing well, even though this is like a best in their role.
Yeah.
I don't know. My problem with Fudge is that, well, he looks like the best player on Cloud9, like bar none.
Yeah.
Everyone on Cloud9 looks like they're shit in the bed compared to Fudge. But when Fudge has all the gold like that Akali game, it is troubling to watch Fudge try to solo carry a game to try to make a difference when everyone else around him is playing so poorly or just not able to keep. I don't mean to keep up, but like they just don't seem to be on the same page, and for some reason Fudge has all the gold. It just doesn't really make sense. Like I feel like if he could learn how to properly use all those resources that he's being given, then I might even say he's the best. in the league. But as of right now, I only have him as like an honorable mention on my list.
He's definitely had good performances at the beginning of the split, where he was making some absolutely great team plays. He was showing up big for C9. But in this latter half, where C9's been trying to like find a direction, it hasn't been. They haven't clearly been like pointing to Fudge, or he hasn't been the one to give them a completely dominant performance. It's occasionally when Blabber shows up, it's amazing. Occasionally when Vulcan shows up, it's amazing. But it never really feels like Fudge is, even with the lead, is a clear direction.
Fudge isn't able to like to help others. Well, I don't mean that in an offensive way. I mean like he cannot use his lead to enable someone else to get a lead. He can only like have his lead and maintain his lead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's sort of a key factor in being able to be a really good player is obtaining an advantage and then using that advantage to get more advantage. Yeah. Because that's all what League of Legends is about, is trying to build as large an advantage as possible for as many players as possible, and that way you can just have a better team to win out more simply. Because if you're playing dead even, it comes down to like pure luck and the smallest of random chance.
Yeah, it comes down to just better execution, and it's just being even the slightest bit better, or having just the slightest advantage. Let's talk about impact.
Yeah, impact.
All right.
I see it.
So I picked impact because compared to my list of people I was considering was Impact, Fudge, Huni, and Alfari. I felt like I have one line about Alfari. I felt like
I'm not gonna kind of surprised.
Impact can do what Fudge is lacking. He can get a lead and then utilize that lead to get other players ahead. He has really great stats. Like his KP for a top lane is really good. His GD at 15, his CSD at 15 is pretty good. Now in all of these stats, Alfari is better than him, but here's the problem. Is Alfari looks so out of place on TL that I cannot, with good conscience, put him as the best top laner in the league when he fails to do proper coordination with his team.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even get as big a lead as Fudge can get.
Yeah.
And that's not to say Fudge gets that lead consistently.
Yeah, but still, just Alfari, he's, as Cass said, he really does play for himself.
Well, it's not. I don't even think it's a bad thing that he plays for himself, but TL's not playing that style, and it's just not meshing. I don't like what's happening. It seemed to work with Jenkins. Jenkins didn't seem to be that big of a team player, but
hey, I don't know. There's something not up. Something's not adding up.
It's really weird because it feels like the early game is all about Alfari for TL. It feels like they put a lot of resources in him. They can't, like, Core JJ's up there very often in the early game instead of being put down bot lane with tactical. And it's like against the teams that aren't as good, it's able to work effectively, but against like some of the top teams, it doesn't seem to net them an overall lead going into the mid game. It'll net them like a lead top lane, yes, but it doesn't seem to net them like other resources across the map. Doesn't seem to really pressure like maybe mid, maybe the enemy jungle. Of course, the enemy top laner is going to be feeling it, but that's the only thing. Most of the time, other players just go like, okay, we're just going to go to dragon or play around our bot side instead, and it works out decently. But yeah, Alfari's getting like his stats boosted by the way that TL play in the early game.
I don't know if I agree. I haven't explicitly been able to watch how Alfari plays his lane because I'm not bothering to pay for ProView to do that. But back on Impact, I think another large reason why I like Impact is because I feel like his champion pool is basically limitless. I don't feel like there's a champion he really can't play.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's expanded considerably because back in the day when he was on, what was it? Before HE, he was on C9, and I think there was a team before that. He was on TL. Yes, he was on TL before that. Impact was very much like, oh, hey, you give him a tank, he's going to do great. It doesn't matter what. As seeing him pull out the Akali was a big surprise. And seeing him do well on the Akali was a big surprise. I was surprised. When I think of Impact as a player, it's always been from C9 through to TL. It was always like, oh, hey, Impact's going to play like, I don't know, like Aatrox, Mordekaiser. Like, yes, that would be like the biggest carries he would play.
Don't forget about that Gangplank.
Gangplank? I've never really thought of Impact's Gangplank.
No, I have.
Wait, but that only existed for like 2 months.
Yeah, I know. I remember those 2 months all too well.
Yeah, but it was you'd never think of really Impact being a carry-oriented champion, carry-oriented player, unless you were thinking about like, oh, he played Jax when he was on SKT. That's his skin.
I don't know. I've always seen Impact as like the guy who's always ready to fight and like absolutely just carry through his lane. He's such a good team player that anytime he has a good split, I think he's a good contender for MVP.
Yeah.
Also, top die.
Yeah, top die.
I think we're talking a little too much about this, bro.
No. We gotta talk about Huni before we move on.
Yeah. One more.
So, Haymant, sell me on Huni. Why'd you pick Huni first?
Yeah, let's hear it.
The biggest reason why I went with Huni is because he, in recent times, like these past couple of weeks, he honestly hasn't had too many bad games. I have to really reach. I think he had one bad Nocturne game where he got split, like where it was nerfed Nocturne, right after the nerfs came in. But I think that was the only one in the past couple of weeks. Like I think of Huni not having a good game. Most of the other times, he would be able to play strong side and just make his own leads and then go other places on the map for TSM and coordinate with his team better.
Huni has a 0-6-9 game against Golden Guardians. TSM won.
He'll feed and then win.
Jesus.
That was probably... If they gave him a weak side, Licorice probably handled him.
Yeah, Renekton!
He had Renekton?
Into Trundle? I don't fucking know. Whatever.
Renekton into Trundle? Oh.
I have no idea.
MVP material, I tell you.
I have no clue. Anyhow.
So I considered Huni because I feel like he plays really well for what TSM needs, and it's panning out really well. And consistency has improved a lot on TSM this year. I haven't had that feeling of a coin flip Huni at all this year. I felt like Huni is being really consistent. He's being a really strong player, and that there's not a lot of mistakes you can call out on him. I'm sure somebody can find some, but he's just got a lot to offer to TSM, and he can carry when they need him to carry, just like he did against Cloud9 this weekend, and he can play back when they need him to play back, like apparently he did against Golden Guardians.
Man.
And a Jace Keck, by the way.
True.
Oh yeah. Well, he started out in Korea. Moving on.
Oh, there it is. All right, let's talk about jungle. Dion, sell me on Closer.
Bro, as I said before with Closer, he's a Chad jungler.
Chad jungler.
Yes, this man will go into your jungle. He doesn't give a damn about what your jungler has to say about it. He's gonna come in, he's gonna take your shit, he's gonna look at you. He might kill you for looking at you, and then leave. and then we just win the game. Like his jungle pool, immaculate. You can't find fault in his jungle pool. His jungle plays great. Like he is, for me, he is what it means to be a jungler. And I'm just like, damn. Like for anyone in solo queue that says like, man, I wish I had a real jungler, bro, Closer. That's him. He's the shining light. He's like the poster boy of what you should be as a jungler. He's the Captain America of all junglers. There we go. See that? That's what I believe Closer is.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's missing that it factor. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad jungler, but like he just doesn't seem to be. he's missing some sort of gravitas, some kind of X factor here, where I feel like he's really ready to start punching. Like he doesn't pull out these crazy plays to me. He's just kind of really steady and sturdy, and I'm not saying he's bad for that. Like I feel like he's sort of X-Smithy with a lot more mechanics, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? I think that closer. The thing is that, man, even though I want to say closer, because closer's absolutely good. Like that's nothing to be contested about. Closer's beast of a jungler when it comes down to it. But I think his solo lanes are also really good. Someday hasn't had like a great performance over like the past couple of weeks, but I wouldn't say he's had a bad performance in Abadaga. I believe that's the proper pronunciation. He's no sleeper of a mid lane, right? We've seen how much this man changed 100 Thieves, and being able to have that much support from a mid laner like Abadaga is really makes him a stronger jungler. As opposed to Spica, where it feels like Spica's kind of the identity of TSM. Like, yes, TSM is a top lane and top team, and a lot of that contribution comes to how consistent Spica is and how many plays he can make, how many smite fights, like how many 50-50s he actually wins when he shouldn't win them. It looks like he just shouldn't win them. When I think of Spica altogether, like his level's just top tier.
I see.
Yeah,
just like that Mundo pick, right?
Okay,
I ain't gonna hold him with that.
The X Factor, if you will.
Look, he has been the most consistent player on TSM when you don't put him on fucking Mundo or Rumble Jungle after it's been nerfed into the dirt. Why we pick these things is beyond me.
Don't forget about the Udyr.
Yeah, Udyr was fine. What?
Answer the question.
What?
That he's the coach now. That's why.
Oh my god.
So, I feel like this is what I was talking about when I'm talking about that like special thing about closer that's missing is that Spiga just has this magic way of when you're 50-50ing an objective with him, it's not a 50-50. It's Spiga's objective. You're just kind of leashing it for him, and if you let him go for the 50-50, you're gonna have a bad time. So you gotta stop him from getting the 50-50 if you want the objective, or you just gotta stop taking it all together. And I feel like that's the difference maker here. And that just I just like seeing that in my junglers is their ability to take objectives they have no business taking.
No. All right. Some good points. I'll give you that.
Okay, well, those were our only two jungle picks. So
Yeah.
So
the rest of them are all in unanimous agreement.
Yeah, do we have to go through all of these?
Let's just talk about them real quick. So we have Abadage. Is there anybody considered that close to Abadage?
No.
If I had to think about it, which I'd really have to think about it, it would be.
I mean,
I thought about Power of Evil.
Yeah.
But like that was it, and that was like I'm like it's still not that close.
Yeah, and then like for third is like maybe Jizuke. Like
I can't put
well.
Jizuke. I feel wrong putting Jizuke anywhere on all this because I feel like tomorrow he'll show up somewhere else.
Jizuke's probably actually the solid third, but also not the solid third at the same time.
Yeah, like name another mid lane who could be third.
It's like, yeah, let's pick Jensen. Can we not?
No. You pick Jensen? You're in good faith.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, thank God, because
like who do we even pick? Like every other mid laner besides Power of Evil, Jensen, Abadage, and Jizuke, and Perks. They all got swapped out this split at some point.
Oh yeah,
man.
Right.
So it's like, okay, we actually have a list of like 15 mid laners to pull from. Perks looked like garbage. Jensen's looked like garbage. The list is Power of Evil, Abadage, and Jizuke. And Abadage is just like a fucking god at the moment.
Yeah. He's leagues better than everyone, which is very sad.
I just had a thought. I just want to bring in like Schrodinger's fantasy LCS team. Just put just
no.
gay straight into the mid lane.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Jesus. No.
100%. Okay, that was my one thought. On to the next
All right.
role.
Now, I honestly don't think this one's. I think this one's actually even less. No, I shouldn't say it's even less close because I definitely think Lost is kind of close to Danny. But I definitely like Danny has been really impressing me this split with how well he's been able to perform.
Yeah, he's like, man.
It's like watching FBI again.
Yeah, no, it's like I was thinking about any other like 80s that would be like that good. It's like other than like Lost and like maybe some like it's really tough actually.
It's probably, man, Lost and FBI are probably close. The problem with the FBI is that he seems to, when it comes down to it, like in those really big tense moments, he seems to get picked off often. But I'm not necessarily sure if that's his fault or his team's finding it. Like I don't really know. That's my only big qualm with FBI.
I feel like FBI has champion issues outside of Senna. If he's not on Senna, it's kind of like you're dropping down 2 tiers here on almost every champion. He's not that strong. I guess his Tristana's pretty good, but I don't think they've been picking it very much.
No. I mean, they've been putting it in the mid lane, really. If anything.
I feel like Tristana is such a good champion to pick in the bot lane right now because it's so aggro and it can be so self-sufficient. But I guess that's why they're picking it mid lane.
In the mid lane, like it's the same thing, but in mid lane.
Yeah.
And the best part, I don't use goddamn mana.
Just looking at Danny compared to Deftly from last split for this team, it's a pretty big upgrade, and I feel like it's been a large part of their improvement.
Oh yeah, Danny's been able to play like he's popped off on the Jinx, he's popped off on the Ziggs, like his champion pool's been showing off. He had one bad Syndra game, and that was because they griefed and picked Syndra Ziggs, and I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that one.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a bad game. We don't talk about that one.
That's
ooh.
But otherwise, Danny's been able to like pop off in clutch moments. He's been able to like turn team fights in EG's favors. He's been very good. He like looks like the next AD carry talent. Which I hate saying that because then like the split afterwards they tend to fall off.
Yeah,
it's like Mike Young all over again.
No. I think you mean tactical int.
Wait. Nobody ever thought tactical was going to replace double actually.
Hey, he was doing good he was doing really good and then int.
Johnson.
Apparently Afro move boosts 80 carries like no tomorrow, but yeah.
Afro moves an 80 carry booster.
I would actually consider Danny probably rookie of the split. Like I don't even know another rookie that I would be remotely considering, and in that alone, I think that Danny is probably rookie of the split. Like if I can't think of them off the top of my head, it's clearly because nobody's ever said, "Yo, this dude's a really crazy rookie to me," you know?
Yeah,
I gotta remember who's a rookie right now.
The only one would have been Jenkins, but I don't think he's played long enough.
No, he has. He's technically eligible. I think he actually is barely eligible at 9 games. But I don't know. The rookie rules are sometimes really weird because like Treats or Spica or it was one of the TSM players from that one of those chaos times wasn't eligible for rookie of the split because of the time that they spent the previous split playing for like the end of the split because everybody blew up.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, it was really weird. The rules are kind of stupid.
All right. Well, I guess we'd have to move on to the
All right.
And one of the reasons that FBI really comes into this conversation really well is because of his lane partner, who he.
Yeah.
So, I feel like this is another role where it's like, is there really a strong second place here?
That's exactly what I was thinking too. And I was like, oh, what? I was like, well, I was definitely never going to play Sword Art there after what he did. I was like, Core JJ. I was like, Core JJ.
It could have been Vulcan too, but then same.
I considered Sword Art. I wasn't really considering anyone else, but like
Sword Art.
I feel like Sword Art's been a large asset for TSM, and it seems like he has a lot of influence on their victories. Like it seems like he's got a lot of impact on their team.
I mean, for me, when I sound like some things like Sword Art does, it kind of like sometimes it hampers on TSM's success too as well. Some of the plays that he does.
I think right now, like his Leon is very good, but his Leon is very good because he doesn't really get punished for it. He'll be like, yeah, I'm going in for the big swing play, and then it's like as soon as people would turn on him, Callista's just like, yes, come back.
It's like, all right, Leona, take a shot. All right, no, it didn't work out. It's like, it worked out. Just come back anyways, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, then he gets murdered like a billion times.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do with that. That's why it's good.
He starts off like a good fight, and then they're like, aha, we can turn on the free Leona, and he's like, nope.
Well, TSM had this problem last split where Sword Art seemed disconnected from the team. And like Sword Art would go for a play and then die off, and it's like, well, it's hard to say that was Sword Art's mistake because it was like he's going to start this pick, but TSM just couldn't like convert it in time, and then he dies for it. And they kind of looked for solutions to support that playstyle, and I feel like it actually turned out pretty good. Like it looks pretty good for TSM with Sword Art, but I just don't feel like he's been as strong as Huhi. Like Huhi just seems to be a monster of a support who is able to initiate for his team and also like not really have that problem where he gets caught out and he doesn't need to be saved all the time either.
Yeah. He seems like he can just start a fight and Thunder Thieves will have his back. And Hui also seems like he could just be a monster in lane. Like there isn't really a downside to Hui.
I wrote it in one of my notes. This would be a much less contentious decision if he hadn't played 2 games of the new Tom Kench support.
Oh yeah, those are his only 2.
If he played like actually good shit in those moments, I would have been like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it."
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the next topic? Oh, do you want to talk about this FlyQuest thing real quick?
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about this FlyQuest thing.
So FlyQuest are swapping out their jungle and mid lane, I think.
Jungle.
Okay, so they're bringing back in Jose Diodo and Palafox. Is what you're saying?
I think so.
Yeah.
I can't tell if they're swapping the support because I can't remember which support's been playing.
Someone's been. Wait.
Diamond is their current support.
Diamond's the current support?
Here, let me look at the match history.
Yeah.
No, where Diamond was their previous support.
Diamond is so the roster they ran this weekend, it was Kumo, NXI, Triple, Tomo, and Diamond. They are putting in next weekend Kumo, Jose Duodo, Palafox, Tomo, and Diamond. So they're swapping out their mid and their jungle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
I guess they're taking a risk and trying to see, all right, we did this one swap and we didn't expect our academy team to do that well, but hey, look, they're here. They're competing.
I mean, they got like 4 wins.
Yeah.
2 of those wins being off of TSM and Cloud9.
Yeah.
Everything else is a goddamn loss. God have mercy. That's a lot of red.
I don't really have I guess they're bringing in Palafox is probably the better mid laner out of the 2. Jose Diodo's probably the better jungler out of the 2 on paper. But I don't really know about like how they're going to gel. There's just so many circumstances that come around from that. Like Jose Diodo and Palafox were on the roster that didn't do so well before. It's just big questions. I guess the only thing that would go in their favor is that Kumo's been doing double time on both the academy and LCS stage, so like he kind of has an idea of how these 2 play. The problem is going to be the bot lane on the same page too.
Okay, so for FlyQuest to secure playoffs, they need to win 1 game. Well, okay. To secure playoffs against Counter Logic Gaming, they need to win one game. They're currently tied with Golden Guardians, which means that if they lose to Golden Guardians on day one, they're tied with them, and they need to win out. Okay, they need to win 1+ on Golden Guardians. And if CLG win out, but FlyQuest, wait, that can't happen. I'm trying to figure out the scenario in my head. What I'm trying to say is FlyQuest are kind of screwed because they have to play both Golden Guardians and CLG next weekend, and if they lose one of those games, they probably don't make playoffs.
Yeah.
So I don't see how this change will really improve their chances there, because I don't feel like the other roster had that strong of a chance, and this one doesn't have me any more compelled.
Yeah. I'll say the other roster had. God damn it, Johnson shit the bed. That's it. What are we saying? Their chances. Okay. Golden Guardians and CLG aren't the toughest competition. That's the only thing that they really have going for them. Like, yes, Golden Guardians came out hot, but they've recently haven't been having that great of a showing. A CLG, they've had good early games, but can't seem to figure out how to close a game. When it comes to the mid-late game, they kind of only have to figure out how to fight in the late game. And at least the one upside for FlyQuest in this current iteration of the roster, which are slightly changing, is that even when they're behind, they keep picking fights. They don't necessarily pick good fights all the time, but they keep picking fights. They're a team that will be like, all right, we know how we want to team fight this. All right, let's go. We know how to team fight this. All right, let's go. We have an idea of how to team fight this. All right, let's go. And maybe 2 out of those 3 times, they're going to have a bad team fight, but the third one will show up really well.
I don't like I can agree with their tenacity, but it's just hard for me to fully get on board with any changes to this team, really, because it just seems like such a coin flip every time they play. What was their record last weekend?
I don't think they
won. They went 0-3. They didn't win a game. Yeah. If they won one game, they would have knocked CLG out of playoffs.
And now I'm relying on them to make sure they keep CLG. Please.
Keep CLG down and out.
Yeah, kill CLG.
It's so disheartening to look at this. Look, okay, you can give CLG's org as much shit as you want, but FlyQuest's org doesn't seem to be doing much better. What are they? They have 2 more wins than CLG's org. CLG as an org, and it's like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
Like, you had 2 more wins than the org that everybody sees to be the epitome of LCS orgs. You're 7 games behind the next highest next highest team. Like,
yeah,
it's insane to me that there is like anything this team can do at this point that somebody thinks is gonna improve their odds. And look, sure, give your academy team stage time, but they didn't play on stage this weekend, so you know.
Hey, you know what happened? The Milwaukee Bucks won in the NBA. Maybe they put some money into their esports org. I'm hoping.
I'm okay.
Oh boy.
I want Golden Guardians to make playoffs here, because otherwise it's just like I feel like we're getting robbed. Because Golden Guardians, they're currently 2 wins up on FlyQuest, and they're tied with them in their matchup. So if they win that one game, they have really good odds of making it. And if they make it, I feel like that's the best shot we got at having some interesting playoffs.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if Dignitas is better than FlyQuest, but I'm pretty sure Golden Guardians is better than Dignitas. And Dignitas is 11 or sorry, 9 games over Golden Guardians right now. It's like looking at the bottom of this table just makes me sad at how absolutely fucking skewed it is.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
And it's not gonna matter after the second week. Because I'm damn sure the 8th and 7th place are probably gonna get knocked out unless it's Immortal stuck down there for some reason. Alright, let's talk about our picks for next week. Boom, they're up on screen. Alright, now, this is probably one of the most unified weeks we've had in a while.
Is it?
I
don't know.
Well,
good.
Yeah. It's
a lot tighter than it should be.
Well, there's a little bit more about liars, but other than that,
which one is it? Is
you put in faith in COG? That's one.
It's how you assure their defeat,
and also putting faith in FlyQuest.
Yo, shit.
I mean,
after being the one to bring up this topic,
that Golden Guardian should make it. I
wasn't expecting the roster change. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
I said I want Golden Guardians to make playoffs. I'm not saying I think they can beat FlyQuest consistently. I'm saying I think FlyQuest is okay. What I think is going to happen is FlyQuest's constant tenacity they should against a lot of the higher teams can very probably make Golden Guardians misstep more, and that's a chance for them to take control. Now they've made their roster moves, I'm not quite as confident, but like I don't fuck. It's still close. I don't even think it's that predictable even before the roster move.
Let's talk about our more contentious top of the table matchups: TSM versus 100 Thieves and EG versus C9.
So,
talking about the bottom of the table makes me sad.
That's just because you're down there.
Yeah,
you did this to yourself.
Lamau.
You think that I willingly did this to myself?
You elected to be a fan of FlyQuest. Yes.
Ask me a year ago about how happy I was, and I would have told you I was elated. All right.
I know.
Yep.
Moving on.
All right. Let's talk about TSM versus 100 Thieves. It's supposed to be the first match of Friday. I'm terrified of this fucking match.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to think about this fucking match.
Look, it's your turn now.
Oh my god.
This is it.
Oh,
Anthony?
I'm scared. I have never been that scared of a fucking regular season match, but like, this is it. This is the first place decider match in my book. Like,
Anthony, do you have faith?
This isn't CLG. It doesn't matter.
This is your team, though, is it not?
I picked them to win. I think they will win. Haymant's the only one who doesn't think they'll win.
True.
I think 100 Thieves can pull it out. That's it. I think someday it can play strong side, weak side. He's probably he hasn't shown up as much as he normally does, but I think that's fine. I think that Abadaga is probably going to show up with closer and completely run train. And that's going to be it. That's all. And that's that's 100 Thieves. There you go.
I think 100 Thieves has been slumping. I think they're kind of trending down. Comparing this last round robin to the one before, it's just not. It's kind of night and day, to be honest.
Yeah, they're kind of slowing down a bit, which I mean, it's sometimes bound to happen a bit when we're about to enter playoffs.
This is kind of the history of 100 Thieves, which you did mention before. This normally happens to this particular iteration pretty often, even when they were in Golden Guardians. When they were hot and they were like, all right, we're like a playoffs team.
Better at the end. Wait, hang on.
100 Thieves?
No. The Golden Guardians roster. That roster was doing better towards the end of that split, and they even 3-0 TSM.
In the playoffs.
And then it caused everyone to lose their shit that TSM actually is losing in playoffs matchup to Golden Guardians, yet somehow gets to go to Worlds, and I'm just like,
yes,
the playoffs works, you fucking idiots.
Yeah. But nobody really, they kind of just squeezed into playoffs towards the end, and then even then in the reverse matchup, TSM 3-0'd them.
They were in the top 6. They didn't squeeze into playoffs, they were top 6. Yes! That's how they 3-0 TSM!
Eh.
They were
All right.
4th place! They beat TSM, who was 2nd. Wait, what am I looking at?
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, that's Academy. Hang on.
Oh,
Hang on.
shit.
What
Wait,
are you doing,
I'm
man?
looking at the Academy. I wasn't looking at the summer playoff. Here we go. They were 5th place. TSM was 2nd. Oh, wait. That's the final fucking... God, fuck me. What the hell is happening? What is this playoffs?
You tell me.
I'm so confused as to what this playoffs is.
Well, I guess we were at the time too. Hey,
This is the
anyhow.
Academy playoffs. God damn it.
And when they got 100 onto 100 Thieves, they had Demonte and then Ryoma, and they were going back and forth. And then towards the end, they didn't really pick either, and they didn't really pan out at all. So I'm a little scared that this downward trend is a part of history and that it's going to repeat itself. But hopefully,
Oh, boy.
they come out and just beat TSM. That's it. That's all you need to do. Just take down a top team. All right. There you go. And then beat EG on Sunday.
TSM were 4th. Golden Gardens were 5th. Okay.
Interesting.
I don't know. I just think you're absolutely crazy to be the TSM who is looking really strong. They 3-0'd this weekend, right? No, they didn't. They lost to EG.
No.
Lost to EG.
Yeah. 2-1. 2-1. Just like us,
They've been looking really strong. They've like, I think EG is better than them. I think TSM is better than them. I'm looking at them somewhere around TL and Cloud9 at this point, and it I wouldn't be surprised if they fell out of the top 2. I think they play EG this weekend. Yes, they do. Yeah, that's the third matchup. So yeah, it's gonna come down to that. That's gonna be the interesting matchup after this one, is seeing what EG does, because EG also plays Cloud9.
Oh boy.
So Dion, you scared of this one?
Plans upon plans upon plans upon plans. Lord have mercy. This is getting terrible. This is
the second game on Friday. Friday and Sunday are going to be some fucking night. This entire weekend is gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Whoo!
You gotta play TL. Oh man.
Whoo!
This is looking great. I'm loving it.
Well, I have to find out.
Okay, what did everybody pick? So we're kind of split here. The C9 fans are holding steady, but everybody else is choosing the sensible option and the team that has beaten the team that has beaten them.
Yep. I see.
So run me through this. How do you think C9 is gonna beat EG if they couldn't beat TSM, who lost to EG?
It's very simple. Top die. We don't give Impact a goddamn chance.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
We don't give him ever a chance. I was about to say something about Jizuke, but no, I didn't want to talk about anything about the mid lane ever. I don't. That's a bad thing. Oh yeah, Danny. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna have to like abandon like bot, and what I mean by abandon, I mean like we have to rely on somehow like perks or literally the 4-man TP down bot just to destroy Danny or something like that.
So I'm gonna give you the comp. It's gonna be I don't know, something like hopefully you can get like a Gwen, maybe a Renekton in the top lane, maybe some really fighty, like some strong for that Fudge to get on. Then you're gonna go for that Olaf jungle, the only fucking champion Blabber knows how to play. It doesn't matter what they play mid lane. Perks is gonna ant. Then you're gonna
okay.
Then you're gonna either go for like a Senna set bot lane or like Ash.
Senna set. That's
like an Ash Leona.
Out of meta.
Ash Karma, something like that in the bot lane. Maybe an Ezreal Karma. Something really safe, something really utility focused, and you're just gonna hope that Blabber can carry you, because that's the only way you're gonna win this fucking game.
I see.
You're gonna give him Olaf and hope it pans out, just like you did against TSM, and it won't.
All right.
That's it. That's what it's gonna be, and I look forward to seeing my comp come out because that's gonna be really fucking hilarious if I get it right.
I can see that. I can see that happening. In before they
honestly
ban.
don't see the Karma bot coming in. The Karma support, I mean.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. But like I can see the whole Gwen and maybe Olaf, maybe.
Oh, the Olaf's coming into meta, and
Yes.
Closer and Blabber both play him, and I'm like, you guys should just start picking him blind, like.
Yeah. I don't get why you don't really. I mean, what else are they gonna do?
It's the only thing you got going for you. All right, let's talk about our next matchup: EG versus 100 Thieves.
That's a tough one too.
Boy, second to last match according to the current schedule. It will probably change. In the back half, they're allowed to change the time of all the matches. So like every week, I look at the match history and it's just wrong in the order, and I'm like, motherfucker, now I gotta fucking do this different. Fucking annoying me. It just makes me take 2 or 3 more minutes to do this job, but it's a bitch.
I see.
All right, now I'm the only person who has picked EG over 100 Thieves. So I find it incredible that you guys seem to think that 100 Thieves are going to beat EG, considering EG's bot lane looks like the best bot lane in the league, considering that EG's mid lane is looking like it's been more consistent than anybody thought it could ever be. And while I think their jungle position is more contentious and is probably the best vector for 100 Thieves to win, Impact has just been playing better than Someday. And I don't think that's all that close. So tell me why I'm wrong here. Tell me why EG doesn't stand a chance.
I don't say that they don't stand a chance. I just feel like 100 Thieves still has what it takes to beat EG. Still. Because as you said about how Jizuke being, well, in your words being, well, he's being more stable. Aradage still, as we all discussed, is leagues better than most of the mid laners in the LCS. Leagues. We don't like second and third doesn't even compare.
Okay, but that implies that they need Abadage to win, and I don't feel like that implies that they need Jizuke to win his lane to be able to win the game. When I don't think that's true.
No, Abadage is gonna win he's gonna win for everyone else. Abadage is gonna come in, he's gonna fuck bot lane up. He's gonna come in, fuck shit up bot lane. He's like,
I see. It's our lane, comrade.
Yes, that is literally what I'm gonna say this right there. That is literally what they're about to do. The best bot lane. We're definitely not gonna give him a chance. And who is gonna make sure of that? Who he's gonna make sure like Danny doesn't get a goddamn chance to ramp up? And that's
nobody that can chain this man.
Like Abadage and Closer are just gonna come down. Just run bot lane through. They're gonna and then say this after they do their 4-man. Abadage and Closer is just gonna go to get Rift Herald, and they're just gonna come back down bot. And they're gonna run their shit through.
You know what's gonna be funny?
What?
100 Thieves lock in Tom Kench. It goes to Abadaga.
No.
Oh my god! I don't want to think about that.
Yeah. If that happens, I'm not watching the game. I'm not.
Oh my god! Hey, Blaze Olive likes that champion, and I like a Blaze Olive on that champion. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
So there are so many matchups that are like 2-2 and close in the standings and happening this weekend.
Yeah.
You've got EG 100 Thieves. You've got 100 Thieves TSM. You've got C9TL. You've got FlyQuest Golden Guardians. They're all happening this weekend, and they're all 2-2.
Yes.
It is. This is like, I don't think you could have wrote a better script to have this weekend end out like this, but somehow I'm sure that they will make it so that it doesn't matter on Sunday. Because it always doesn't matter on Sunday. But I hope it does. I want Sunday to be fucking fun. I want to watch every match and be like, this match matters. Like, this is important.
Oh boy.
Wait, does Immortals play Dignitas this weekend?
I
No, they played last week.
No. Yeah.
Does Immortals have the matchup? Oh, they don't. Fuck. Damn it! They need to win up 2. Oh. It's tough. It's tough, man. They have an easy schedule. The hardest team they have to play is TL. Then again, it's TL, and they're a bottom 5 team. Oh boy! All right.
Oh, this is.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm liking this weekend, man. I'm just psyched for this weekend. It's gonna be some of the best weekend of League of Legends I've seen in a long time.
This is just layers upon layers, right? At this point.
Yeah, man, I miss Matt. Because you know what? I don't really
I'm out
know.
of topics.
Yeah, I don't really know who could take us on home. But hey, Anthony.
Yeah. That'll do it for us this week on the Legendary League of Legends podcast. You can catch us live Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Nizzy2K11. You can catch the VODs on my YouTube channel, Legendary Podcast. You can catch the audio podcast version wherever you get your podcasts. And have a nice day.